Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today is now Sunday, March 22nd. It's 9:24 in the a.m. We've got 3 minutes before our 10-hour break is up. And the majority of you chose the green. The green on these mics are designed to eliminate background noise to make the voice more clearer. Some of you like the blue because you get the ambiance and the background noise of it. But, as a creator, we want to choose the most clear audio and, but also find that balance to where the viewer is having the best experience. So there might be times where I'll have the blue on, just like showing up, hearing the engine or so forth, like if I'm arriving to a shipper or something. But for the most part, I'm going to use the green, which gives the clearer audio, which is the whole idea. And whether I use green or blue, I keep the microphone here because that way, like if I'm using the built-in mic of the camera and I turn my head this way, it's all omnidirectional. But if I keep the microphone here, no matter where I put my head, the mic is the same space, same distance from my mouth, so the audio will stay level. So again, we make these videos, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the viewing experience, I want to make it as enjoyable for you as I can. So all that comes down to editing. The content is whatever I decide to put in there, but the viewing part, the audio and the editing and all that stuff, that's where it comes to you. So we'll use green mostly when I'm like talking, driving down the road or whatever. But if I'm like in maneuvering spots or getting off exits, pulling up the shipper, I'll go to blue just so you can hear the engine hum. Big Blue's running, humming, ready to run, So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and pull over here to the Loves. We're going to grab some breakfast. We got a McDonald's here. And we're going to get to getting. We got to knock out about another 600 plus today. There is a Cefco about 250 miles from here, roughly, Amarillo. Fuel's like 470 something there. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there and fill up. Well, get fuel. I might fill up, because if I fill up, I won't need no more for the rest of this trip. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. But for now, let's just get up, do a pre-trip, grab breakfast, and hit the road. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all the support. And let's see what this trucking world has in store for us today, shall we?
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big Blue's humming, ready to run.
And I don't know what it was this morning about it, but man, those sausage muffin with egg from McDonald's this morning just hit different. Woo, they were so good, nice and fresh and buttery and toasty and cheesy and oh man, oh man, oh man. Sausage muffin, sausage McMuffin with egg. 2 of them, and a hash brown and an orange juice. Yes, sir. Good breakfast. All right, so we are now pulling out of the Loves. We did everything we had to do. It is 10:04 in the a.m. See if we can't knock about another 600 plus out today, because we are currently 1,000 miles from our destination. And that Cefco I had mentioned a little bit ago, it's at mile exit 288, so I think this is 42. So we got 246 miles to get to that. We got 3/8 of a tank of fuel. We're good on fuel. We topped off yesterday at that Allsup's. Or didn't top off, we just got the half gallon, or half tank, but we might just very well fill up. No, we're not going to fill up. We ain't wasting money like that. Fuel for the load. We're just going to top off again. There. That Cefco. Cefco is known to have cheaper DEF as well, but I got 13 gallons yesterday, so I got 3/4 of a tank of DEF. I don't really need DEF, but if it's cheap, I'll just top it off too. All right. Off we go, ladies and gents. Thanks for being here. Starting the day right now at 8.4 MPG after yesterday, because once we parked last night, we immediately turned the truck off. And it was cool enough last night, didn't need the truck to run. And it's only been idling for the 20 minutes, 30 minutes this morning to get warmed up and all that good jazz. So, yeah, let's see if we can't increase that. We're probably going to hover around. But depending on, I guess, what happens, we got to go through, what was it? We got to go through Dallas today. Well, I know right now we're 378 miles before we even hit I-30. Can we make Texarkana today? 377 and 360 is 738. Now, we have a flawless day of drive. We might be able to make it all the way to Little Rock. I don't know. Sunday. How's Dallas going to treat us on a Sunday? I feel like we'll get past Texarkana as long as flow is righteous. And if it's super wide open today, then we very well could make it all the way to Little Rock. Cruising at 75. Oh, and that's what I was cruising on. What is this, MPG? I was cruising at 75 most of the day yesterday. Of course, you got to slow down sometimes. Right now, we're in 80. I don't do 80. Not on purpose, anyway. $71 miles from Odessa. 220 miles from Amarillo, which is where the Cefco is. All right, let me stop talking. Let's have a little story time. This is a little redneck story time. I ever tell you, a buddy of mine, he owned a bar. A couple of bars there at one time. His uncle owned one, he owned another. And his uncle was cool, was just a cool old man. I was going into his bar when I was like 20 years old. And when my 21st birthday came around, we were celebrating, had my party. He's like, "You son of a bitch, I knew you weren't legal to be here." But I was shooting pool, and I didn't know this during the fact, but after the fact, I found out that his uncle, the owner of the bar, he used to make money off of me playing pool, because I was pretty good at pool, man. Back then, I'd go in with 50 cents on the table, and I'd play all night long. I'd play for beers or whatever, and I'd get drunk as hell. If I happened to lose, I had a bar tab. Wasn't no big deal, but I didn't lose very often until I played somebody that was kind of, like me and our little clique. The good players kind of have a little clique, right? A little group of you. So anyhow, that's how I met my buddy, was through that bar, because his uncle owned it. And then my buddy, when he came home out of the military, there was an old bar over on the other side of the river called the Old Coal Miners Lounge that had been shut down for years at this point. So he decided to reopen it. And of course, I went in to help him out and all that stuff. I mean, I wasn't no owner or nothing like that, or no official capacity, but I helped him out a little bit. And especially nights there was trouble. These are the kind of places to where rednecks, we're from one side of the river, where we got along with everybody from that side. But we're also working on the other side of the river, where we got along with everybody on that side. The problem nights is when both sides came in the bar at the same fucking night. Whew, we talk about rival and rednecks and just like, motherfucker, fuck you. I mean, that's just the way that's just the way it was. But anyhow, one night after closing, me and another buddy of ours, of course, him and his wife and the girls we had with us and all that. There's about 6, 7 of us. We went to a 24-hour food joint a couple miles down the street called Twin Hills. This is in Shrewsbury, West Virginia. So we're outside, we're 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We just closed up the bar. We're half drunk, and so we're outside just bullshitting. But one of our buddies, he has to walk in. He got to use the restroom or something. But he comes back out a few minutes later, and he is fuming. He's pissed. I'm like, "What's wrong?" He said, I was walking past his table, went to the restroom, And that four dudes right there asked me if I had a staring problem. Oh, they didn't know what was about to happen. So I was like, bet. So we walk in. The table's kind of like right across the room from theirs. I pick up my chair. I turn it straight at them, and I sit down, and I'm staring at all four of them. I'm just waiting for someone to ask me that question. But they're looking down at their plate. They're not saying shit to each other. They're not looking up. They're just looking down at their food and not moving. But as I'm staring these fucking group of guys down, they're pretty big boys. I remember this one bald fucker. I'll tell you about him in a minute. But and my buddy, he's a small feller. He's not short, but he's skinny. He's the type of guy. We went camping one night and just went to this bar, and we're out drinking, having fun and shit. He can't dance worth a shit, but his upper body is doing like hip hop and shit, but his daggone fucking legs are doing the two-step. You know, so that's this type of guy. Good fella, man. You can't beat a fella like him, right? He's a good dude. But I'm sitting there just staring at these sons of bitches, waiting. I'm mad for my boy. Next thing I know, out of the corner of my eye, my buddy has picked up his chair and he's running across the room. And he throws it in the middle, right on the table, right in the middle of these four sons of bitches. And his momentum, and we're drunk. So when he threw that chair, he lost his balance and fell on the ground. Now, one of the dudes jumped on top of my buddy. That's the way I immediately reacted to it. So I grab this dude by the back of his collar of his shirt, and I pick his ass up, and by the time he's up to my eye level, my fist is right in his mouth. He goes shotting back up against the glass counter where the register and all that shit is. The other three are just scattering, and this bald guy, I start targeting on him because he's like, "Whoa, bro, whoa, big guy, don't hit me, big guy, please don't hit me, big guy." So he starts walking out the fucking door, and he keeps saying, "Please don't hit me, big guy, please don't hit me, big guy." My buddy's in between us, trying to stop me, because I'm at that point right now. I'm at that fucking point of rage to where, fuck you. I'm not chasing him. I'm just walking after him. And he just keeps saying, "Please don't hit me, big guy. Please don't hit me, big guy. Please don't hit me, big guy." And I don't know what it was about this damn woman. I don't remember seeing her before or even after that particular instant. I felt something grab my left arm, and I looked over, and I was like, from rage to like instant, just melted. Everything, the rage went away. She said, "Please come with me." We walked inside. She said, "Thank you for calming down." And that's all she said. That was the only interaction we had. And then I'm inside now. The bald guy's outside. My rage is gone. She instantly melted my rage by touching my arm and just saying, "Please come with me." Still don't know who she is. But I noticed the guy that I had hit, they had him in a chair now, and he's like all dazed and confused and shit. And I just kind of go over there and rub him on his head, because after the fact, and replaying this shit in my head, I realized he didn't jump on my guy. He was just trying to avoid the chairs, and he fell on my guy just from natural reaction. Because he wasn't attacking my dude at all. He just fell on him. So have you ever been barred from a restaurant? I did that night. Only me, because, me and my buddy. He's the one who threw the chair at me. We were the only ones who did anything, so. There's my being barred from a restaurant story. That place is no longer there, so I guess it really don't matter, but. Man, good times. Good times. I'm telling you, man, you grow up from a holler. I grew up in Witcher Creek. I was born and raised up in Witcher Creek. Actually, I was born in Paint Creek. Raised up through school in Witcher Creek. My late teens and early 20s was in Cabin Creek. I'm just a holler boy, okay? Oh, there was a George's Creek in there when I was super, super young, too. Yeah, I'm telling you, George's Creek, Paint Creek, Witcher Creek, Cabin Creek. Come on, bro. I never lived up Campbell's Creek though, or Hughes Creek. But there was a Simmons Creek. I spent some time up there too. I'm telling you, I'm just a holler boy from West Bad Guy, Virginia, and rednecks. That's just the way we had fun. Not that night wasn't a particularly fun night, but you know, shit happens. Damn. Oh, can't forget about Kellis Creek. Had a lot of good parties up Kellis Creek. Yeah, baby. So I was mistaken. Not 228 for that Sefco. It's 288. I'm like coming up on close to it. I'm like, it's not showing up on Drugger Path. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it's 479 there retail. But it says, you know, with our, we don't get a discount, but it says with Wex, we save automatically save 9 cents, so it's $4.70 a gallon. So we'll see if it's the same when we get there, and if it is, we're just going to fill up because there's nothing cheaper between. I'm going to do one final check when I get there, and just to see if there's anything cheaper between there and our destination. If there isn't, I'm just going to go ahead and top off the tanks, which will finish out the trip. Because right now we're 837 miles away, and by the time we get to where this fuel station will be about 750 miles away. So we'll fill her up. That'll finish this trip, and then start off the next one. So yeah, not 228. Mile marker 288. Abilene, Texas. All right, 288 is our exit, according to Wex. I don't see anything labeled as a Sefco, but I see a couple fuel stations up here, but maybe Sefco's just not listed. Not really sure what's going on with the listing, but we shall see momentarily, I reckon. I see a Sefco sign. I see food. Nothing about fuel. What the hell, Wex? I'm going to do a quick glance to the left. If I don't see a Sefco, then I'm just going straight. There's an Allsups over there. Yeah, I don't get it. I've been seeing people in the Facebook group complaining about how Wex isn't showing up like the lowest along route and things like that. So not showing an actual, or showing a ghost fuel spot. Whatever, I guess we'll, that's a Casey's right up there, right? Is that a fuel spot? Is there a Casey's in Texas? I don't know. It looks like a fuel, it looks like a Casey's. the little red barn as the top logo. I can't really make it out. No, that's a Road Ranger. $470. $479. You know what? That's where we're going. It's under $5. No, that's a Casey's. That's a Casey's. Oh, maybe I could try that new Monster too. The red, white, and blue. Yep. No trucks left lane. Oh, I can't be in this lane. Okay. I gotta go over here. Sorry, buddy. The sign just corrected me. It's an always stop. Okay, that's a good thing. I'm stopped. Alright, what's going on over there? Alright, I got to go. Popo got somebody pulled over. Truck entrance, okay. So hopefully, being the first Casey's I've stopped at since the new Monster released. Holy crap, is that, tell me that ain't a fuel line. No, it's not, okay. Well, people just parked off on the side. Okay. Enter. Oops. That bag is empty. Or that pump is down. Def is $3.99. That'd be cool, but I don't need it. All right, so we did a search. We can get fuel for like $4.50 in Little Rock. $4.79 here. We're just going to get this tank of fuel, or the driver's side, but we did get the new Monster Ultra Red, White, and Blue Raz. So let's try it. Tastes like a bomb pop. The bombsicle pops. You're the red, white, and blues. I don't know if it's like going to be a go-to, but it's a good, nice in the rotation. 59.207 gallons at $284.13. put in a Love's past Texarkana, 405 miles away from here, about 6 hours. That's going to be our goal to get to tonight. That'll put us at the 10-hour drive mark, right around 650 some miles. Nice solid day 2. Get us parked about 8:30, and then get up about 6:30. Do the remaining 4 or 5 hours to delivery, and then go for the next pickup. So I emptied my tanks. I filled up the driver's tank. Got me a new Monster. Let's get to getting. Well, Blue just broke 230,000 miles. We are 14 miles before we split off from I-20 onto I-30. I've been debating that for some time now. I know it's Sunday. I don't know what's going on in Dallas today. But what's going to be better? Taking I-30 through downtown Dallas, or taking 20 all the way to 45 and then go up to 30. And I don't have to go through downtown Dallas. I go through southern Dallas. But when you get to 45, it's only like 2 or 3 miles just to go up till you get on 30. I'm leaning towards taking 20, just because I feel like that's going to be the path of least resistance. I think I've done this before, and it paid off for me. I'm probably just going to do it again. Like I said, I've been debating on it for a little bit now. But I think, every time I talk to you guys, it just makes more sense when I say it out loud. Yeah, downtown Dallas is not a go. I mean, going through Fort Worth, going through Grand Prairie on 30, and 35, the 30 and 35 interchange is always a mess. 30 and 45 interchange always a mess. 20 doesn't seem to be as bad because, like I said, it's not going downtown. Now, I don't know if there's any events going on down Dallas tonight or in the area. So if there is, I'm really going to get screwed by going through that. Okay, I just talked myself into it. We're just taking 20. Taking 20 all the way. We're not going to branch off on 30 yet. We're going to take a 20 all the way down to 45, and then get 45 north for a few miles, and then hit 30, continue on east. That's what we're going to do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Truck wash. Where am I at? Weatherford, Texas. Mile marker 410 of I-20. There's a Love's there. There's a blue beacon there with a line wrapped around everywhere. RVs and buses and trucks. Everybody trying to get, and the westbound 20 in this area is jammed up. Didn't see what the hell the jam was, but it's jammed up. So far we've had decent traffic. I'm hoping we can keep it the rest of the way. Because right now we're 4 hours, 280 miles, 4 hours away from that Love's we put in as our destination. And if we just keep going smooth, I may be able to go further. Because at that point, put us at the 10-hour mark on paper, which means we had about an hour left over to drive. I might go further. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll look at it a little bit closer. Let me just pull up my hours. Actually, Do a side by side here. Put them side by side. 4 hours 11 minutes away from my destination, or from that Love's. I got 5 hours and 52 minutes on my drive clock. Yeah, we're not going to stop at that Love's that I had in mind. We're just going to drive right on past it. Yeah. We're just going to drive till we decide to stop driving, or until the clock tells us to stop driving. Here's the problem. Well, here's what what I was thinking about. I want to get parked early enough today so I can get up earlier in the morning and finish out the trip. That's one hand. But also, if I want to go ahead and just get most of it out, as much as I can out tonight, I'll have to sleep later, which is not a bad thing for me, but I'll have shorter time to go to get there. I mean, I got plenty of time to get there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not pressing on time. I'm just trying to figure out that balance to where when I get there, I got until 1400 before I have to be there. I think they close then, or they stop accepting deliveries at that time. That's my window anyway. But I don't know how long it's going to take them to unload me. So I'm also going to need time after that drop off. I'm going to need some drive time so I can do a 3-hour deadhead. So it's kind of a balancing act to get that next load and get started going to Texas. We'll see. What we do know, absolutely without a doubt, we are not taking this exit 30 or exit on I-30. We're going to stay on 20. That's what we're doing. All right, we're at that Love's that I mentioned earlier. We went ahead and got fuel here because it's just 20-cent difference between here and Little Rock. So we went ahead and topped off the driver's side tank again just to get us through the day tomorrow. And we are 350 miles from delivery, right around 5 hours. Truck says we did 653 miles today. ELD says we did 681 miles. No, we got a minus 25 because we're the overhang from last night. So 655, 656, 656 miles. So we're along schedule. We're on pace for what we started this trip to be. 6+ yesterday, 6+ today. The rest 400 tomorrow, 350 tomorrow. We'll get out. We'll hit the road about 7. It's 8 o'clock right now, so our 10 will be up at 6 a.m. So let's go ahead and set up a 6 a.m. alarm. That'll mark us right on our 10, and then we'll hit the road about 7 or so. Be on site about noonish, and then right now we're at 8.5 miles per gallon for the day at over 1,302.7 miles. 8.5 mpg, average miles per hour of 64. And I've been cruising at 75, but you got slowdowns and like right now times that I'm idle. So average miles per hour, 64 mile an hour over a 20-hour and 30-minute truck being on since I started this. So yeah, we're done. Thanks for where are we at? We're in Prescott, Arkansas. That's where we're at. The Love's has got 2. One here's got a car wash. This is the newer one here. It's got the Bojangles. The one across the street, the older one, with the shop. Oh, there's a shop here too. It's got a Hardee's. So Hardee's will be for breakfast in the morning. Even though I'm not at that one, I'm at the one with the Bojangles because the newer lot, bigger lot, and I didn't even check the other side. So anyway, I appreciate you riding with me today. Just a drive day. We're almost got this load done. Then we'll go pick up our next one. Thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.